The show can't start until we crack open a bottle of Revelton. Whether it's their crisp, clean vodka, the bold spice of their rye whiskey, the rich smoothness of bourbon, or the original honey whiskey that started it all, every pour is a taste of craft and passion straight from the heart of Iowa. So pour yourself a drink, settle in, and get ready to relax, laugh, and enjoy the show.
Hey, it's Andrew Downs. I'm proud to support Three Beards Media, and I would love to work with you. If you need merchandise for your company, organization, band, softball team, whatever, I can help. From name brand apparel to promotional items, large orders or small, online stores, and more, I can help your brand stand out. AKC Marketing is local, based in Johnston, and we are an employee-owned business, so our costs are low and our turnaround times are fast. But most importantly, we give you personal service to make sure you get exactly what you're looking for. Email me at andrew@akcmarketing.com or find me on social media, and let's make some cool stuff together. Now sit back and enjoy this Three Beards Media podcast.
From the top rope, kid and kill the roar so loud. Black and gold waving, we're a fearless crowd. Under them lights, the fight burns bright. Greatest team assembled, ready for the fight. We stand tall, we stand true. Every game, every play, got the Hawkeye view. Legends rise, and we all knew that the black and gold's coming straight for you. From a Hawkeye view, see the whole state rise. With a heart so strong and fire in our eyes. On the field, on the court, in the stands, we shine. The best in the game, and the state is mine. Cover Hawkeyes, walking, watch them break that glass. Dropping dimes, hitting threes, never second guess. Full court hustle, hear the sneaker slide. With the fight in our veins, we red at pride. We stand tall, we stand true. Every game, every play, got the Hawkeye view. Legends rise, and we all knew that the black and gold's coming straight for you. From a Hawkeye view, see the whole state rise. With a heart.
All right, we're back again, and we said you're going to get a lot of us this week, potentially. You got some Sunday night Hawks Eye View, now you got some Wednesday night Hawks Eye View. We're cranking it up while March Madness heats up here for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Obviously, we're coming off of that big win over the Florida Gators, taking out the 1 seed. Still feels surreal in some regards to me, AJ.
Crazy.
I still woke up the next day and was talking to Bethany about it too, and she asked, "Wait, is it still Sunday?" Like I woke up on Monday feeling like it was still Sunday, and that's a very interesting place to be. You saw it. I've been tweeting about it. I feel like nonstop or talking about it nonstop, but Chris Shipley helped make some nice, awesome Sweet 16 shirts. So if you go to the Hawks Eye View on Twitter or Three Beards Media on like Facebook and look for the Iowa Sweet 16 shirts, everyone got all sensitive over there, and it has the gold tie perfectly placed on the word sensitive. It is perfect.
Love it.
There's different styles, and I think Chris just let us know that merch store that you can buy that at on that link has 20% off. So go get it. I mean, you won't, obviously, if you order it right now, you probably won't get it in time for tomorrow night, but go get it anyways, because it's just an awesome shirt.
Yeah, it's sweet.
It's cool. So, and no, if you're thinking he's hawking all these shirts because he wants money, I'm not making a dime off these shirts, people.
Yeah.
I'm not going to see a dime off of any of these shirts. I just want everybody who listens, who knows about the shirts, to just have a cool shirt to wear for the rest of their lives. Because
it's just a historic shirt, really.
Yeah, it's commemorative. It's a commemorative Sure to have a commemorative moment and a quote that's going to live on forever.
Yeah.
In the minds of Iowa men's basketball fans.
You could customize them. I know that, but you could put like Sweet 16 on one side. You can't put a Hawkeye on it. We already asked about that, but like Sweet 16 on it or something like that on like a sleeve or something or on the back. Like that'd be kind of cool. Add on.
Yeah.
I know you can do that, but yeah, pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So excited.
Unfortunately, we aren't official and don't have a license with the Iowa Athletics office, or we could put Hawkeye on it and sell it, and probably for considerably more and not get into trouble. But basically, we got to stay out of trouble with the compliance office with what we do. So, but yeah, go get it. Yeah, just to put a bow on that, Florida fans, stop. Like, the game's been over for days. They're still talking about it. They're still mad about it.
I sat on Twitter probably, I don't know, 2 hours. I probably didn't get to bed till, I mean, we had a little, 30-minute, 45-minute little podcast after the game, till about 10:15. I didn't go to bed until at least midnight. I was just surfing the internet. Oh, Twitter or X, sorry, is just, it's full of just Florida fans mad, Hawkeye fans going at them in the comments. Oh, it was great. It was beautiful. It was fun to watch, and man, I mean, I haven't felt that way probably since the Tate Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking, like, I don't even know, because it's all been so negative. Whether that's the Big Ten championship against Michigan, it's like, oh, we're so close, we're right there. I don't know. I mean, it's just too many negative memories for me. And this has been such a good, 3.5 months here. We beat the hell out of Vanderbilt in football. Beat Diego Pavia. It turned him into a smaller than quarterback than he is. And I don't know. It's been a good year to be a Hawk fan.
Yeah. And the year's not done. So, maybe there's still good times, good memories up ahead. Yeah, you're going back a little bit more. I'm maybe all that stuff was pre-social media. I'm going to go back to something where we had social media, 2017 Ohio State or 2016 Michigan football.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of up there with those kinds of memories for me.
True. Good point.
It is more probably closer to the Tate to Holloway, which is probably near the top of my lifetime.
Yeah.
I'm obviously going to be leaning towards things that are more recent. Like, I know that we have people that listen, and there's Hawk fans out there that will probably go back to 1985 football, Chuck Long, number 1 versus number 2. That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or go back to 1980 Iowa, who made the Final Four, 1987, who made the Elite Eight with Marble and Gamble and those guys. But that's all before I was born. So, no. Sound Off put out something that I responded to where I'm getting a lot of hate for it, but that's fine. I said that this is that year 1 Ben McCollum Sweet 16 run is better than the year 1 TJ Otzelberger Sweet 16 run, and it is. I don't care that Iowa State was 2-22. That makes zero difference.
Yeah.
To me in the consideration. I only look at who did you play in the NCAA tournament and what were the circumstances surrounding that. Iowa State, first year under Otzelberger, played a team without a coach and a team that lost their best player for an entire half. Okay.
Who did they play?
They played LSU when Will Wade got fired for all the stuff down there.
Yeah.
They played Wisconsin, and Chucky Hepburn went down in the first half. He was their point guard.
Yeah.
And so basically Wisconsin played the rest of the game without a point guard.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's how do you argue that? I mean, I guess they're looking at the past season and where they were and Iowa was still kind of established, but Ben brought in a whole new group. He wasn't established either. He was a
Yeah.
mid-major coach. He coached at Northwest Missouri State, like he brought these guys from there, right? And then
From Drake
you
too.
look, yeah, well, from Drake too, but you look at who we fought or faced, and we took on Florida, the defending champs. I mean, they're one seed.
Yeah.
I
That
don't think that's
alone.
really a question. Yeah, that's not really a question. But
Yeah.
I love that you're getting heat in a chat or in the
On
comment
X.
chain. Yeah. Okay. Love it. Just stirring the pot, Barber. Stirring the
Stirring
pot.
the pot.
Yeah.
And TJ Otzelberger's never beat a 1 seed, by the way. So let that sink in.
I heard he's going to North Carolina, not to be Iowa State. It's not an Iowa State podcast, but I don't know. I saw his interview, today. Yeah, presser, and he was like, "Nope, not going anywhere, not going anywhere." I'm like, till that 20 million shows knocking at your door.
Well, and Jamie Pollard came out on Twitter a bit ago and said he's going to stay.
Yeah.
So we will see. I don't
Yeah.
believe it. I don't believe it when I see it.
I would just love that. That would just make my whole year better, no matter what. If they lost their football coach and their basketball coach. Anyways, we don't need to talk Iowa State. We need to talk.
No, we do. We do, because they talk about us on Side of the Storm, so don't worry about it. We're good. We're fine. They're losing their entire women's basketball team too. So,
Yeah.
and maybe their coach there. So we'll see.
Yeah.
You could lose 3 of your coaches in the 4 major sports in 1 calendar year. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, and lose a gymnastics program.
And lose a program. No, I'm with you. And TJ Otzelberger's 1 foot out the door, man. Whether he'll admit it or anybody will admit it or not, he's gone. But that's okay. I'd run from Ben McCollum if I could too. Sorry, I gotta. Oh, and on that note, by the way, yes, you will hear Ben McCollum's name mentioned with like UNC, Kansas, Kentucky. If Kentucky opens up, like you'll hear Ben McCollum's name. Not a concern. Not a concern. Because truly, Iowa is a dream job for Ben McCollum. Grew up an Iowa fan, grew up a Tom Davis fan, says Iowa's home, means it. So he's here. We love it. He's here to stay. So, and also just flat out, like we talked about in the post-game Florida show, we're going to commit more resources to him. Like anybody who was on the fence is going to commit more money to Coach McCollum in this program. Beth Getz is going to do that. She's going to do everything she can to commit more money to him and mean it and let him do what he wants. I mean, for lack of a better term, do exactly what he wants with NIL. So, okay. I just wanted to assuage any fears. If you see his name out there in any coaching searches, you don't really need to worry about it.
Yeah, I was texting a friend of mine who's an Iowa State fan. He's like, "You worried? Are you worried about Ben?" I go, "No, you should be worried, not me. I'm not worried. He just got here, 1, and 2. Have you not seen all these photos of him sitting there with Dr. Tom Davis and sitting in his dad's locker when he was a kid? And come on, no.
Yeah, zero worry, man. Zero worry whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, at this very moment.
Right.
Is there a moment down the road where I could see it? Sure. Maybe, but maybe not. Maybe he's just Kirk Ferentz.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to leave. Never leaves. That's fine.
That's what we do at Iowa.
That's fine. All right. Also, it's kind of weird, but transfer portal stuff is going to heat up at the same time while we're playing in this Sweet 16 and possibly beyond. It's going to heat up. Yeah, we'll talk about that at a later date, but I wouldn't be surprised if news starts to kind of break in that regard for Iowa. Not like about players leaving, but about maybe players coming in. You never know. So it's funky how it works with that.
Yeah.
But all right. Let's get to the big. We feel like we buried the lead.
Yeah.
15 minutes in, and we are just now talking about the Sweet 16 game, the Sweet 16 matchup, the rematch for the third time this year. Iowa, Nebraska, round 3 in Houston, Texas, tomorrow night, 6:30, TBS. It's going to be a war. It's going to be a bloodbath. 1-1 split the season series with each team winning at home. Nebraska winning in overtime the second time. What do you see? How are you feeling going into this one? What do you see going into tomorrow night's game?
I've been nervous this whole tournament, so I'm not going to say I'm not nervous. I was looking through Twitter and looking at things. I saw, both games. Obviously, we know we're close, but we actually led in rebounds per game in the series, two game series. So that's positive. Rebounds tell a story a lot of games, I think. For me, it's Bennett Sturts. I mean, we won without him, and we can do that. We showed it against probably definitely one of the best teams in the whole country. But I think this is his game to get going again. We talked about getting 30 from him, and we beat Florida. We didn't need that. So I see it as it's a team performance again. Fulgaris had a great game. Banks obviously blew the roof off the place. Not maybe so much in the second half, but Koch hits the most beautiful 3 I've seen all season from him. A lot of positivity coming out of Koch. I think he's going to play a big role in the game. We're going to need him for sure to step up and hit a couple threes. But if Sturts can just and honestly, that Vanderbilt game, they got Lawrence into foul trouble real early. We're prone to it as well, foul trouble. So I'm hoping the whistles are swallowed a little bit and they let us play that Florida Iowa game we saw where it was really physical. Because we can beat Nebraska. We can out physical Nebraska. They're not that physical of a team. Not like Florida is. So if they allow that to happen, I feel very confident in this Iowa bunch.
Yeah. Glad you brought up rebounds. That was especially prevalent in the first time we played them in Iowa City. I think the rebounding was 37-24. Iowa, advantage Iowa. And we had 12 offensive rebounds in that game, which was a huge factor. We also had 12 turnovers in that game. So I'm looking at those two stats in tomorrow's game. That's something to monitor beyond what you said about Bennett Sturts. I think he has to play a little better, definitely just shoot a little bit better from the field, and we'll feel really good. But we got to win rebounds, and we got to play even or better in terms of turnovers with Nebraska, because it was even in Iowa City. We had 12, but both teams had 12 turnovers in Iowa City.
And I believe they're pretty low, right, on turnovers in a game. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think in the first, maybe the second matchup, they talked about it. It's just the name of the game, especially late in the year like this. Like, you turn the ball over, you lose the game.
Yeah. Nebraska turns the ball over 9.7 times per game, which is 30th best in the country.
Okay.
They don't necessarily turn people over at a high rate. They force 13 turnovers per game, which is like 77th. So they have a nice defense, and that is actually probably the best part of their team. They're sixth in Ken Palm's defensive efficiency. And last time Iowa played them, we had 19 turnovers. But we did some weird things where we worked Sturts off the ball a lot in that game and put Combs on the ball quite a bit. And Combs had if you'll remember, had an incredible game.
Yeah.
Scoring wise, and basically forced the overtime himself against Nebraska. And so that was really encouraging and got him going. But you'll also remember that Tavion Banks didn't start and didn't play until about 12 minutes into the game for some disciplinary reasons, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And came in and then was effective in that game, had 7 rebounds and I believe 12 points. But we are going to have Banks presumably starting this time and probably playing more than 26 minutes, pending foul trouble. But he's going to be playing more. And I think that those rebounds, turnovers, you talked about Sturts. I'm going to go with Banks because he's been awesome.
Yeah.
And we need him to be awesome.
He's got to make his free throws, though.
Yeah. That was kind of a killer in the Florida game.
Yeah.
When we could have lost the game very easily because of that reason. We've known this, though, that the free throw shooting is kind of a problem for Iowa. But, yeah, absolutely, it'd be nice to be good on our free throw.
I would like to see his free throw percentage since, he hit, 31 in a row? Is that what it was?
Yeah. Well,
something like that.
Yeah, I can't quite grab that off the top of my head.
Yeah. But I definitely don't think he has been as efficient from the free throw line for sure. But we definitely need him to make
he's shooting a respectable 79% on the year. So it's Mannion who struggles with the free throws. A lot. But since kind of that streak there that he had going on, it's interesting. Let's see. Yeah. Since kind of that streak, 2 for 3, 5 for 7, 3 for 5, 4 for 4, 4 for 5, 2 for 2, 2 for 3, 3 for 4 against Nebraska. You're looking at the Florida game, kind of an outlier, 5 for 10.
Okay.
Actually, he has some other 50% games, but those are like 2 for 4, 1 for 2,
Mm-hmm.
2 for 5 in a non-conference game against Xavier that we won convincingly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would say if he shoots 10 free throws again, he's probably going to make more than 5.
Yeah.
More than 5.
I'm sure he's been working on it all week too.
Yeah. And some of that is just like back-to-back, or not back-to-back, but one day's rest.
Yeah.
But as a team, collectively, free throws were a little rough in that Florida game.
Yeah.
So, Nebraska, though, that's another advantage for us too, is we can hit them on the boards, specifically when we're on offense. We can hit them because they don't play a lot of bigs.
Yeah.
They play Mast and Buchtenschel, and that's really the two guys that they want to play in those big spots the whole game. And if either of those guys are in foul trouble, then they're kind of stuck, and they're playing a little bit of small ball. They play that no middle defense. Don't know if fans are familiar with that concept. it's just like what it sounds. They're trying to keep you on the sides and out of the middle. They're trying to force you to one side, the right or the left, and keep you there. And the first time Iowa played, we did a pretty good job of making them move around. And even late in the second time, making them move around and shifting them and getting easy buckets that way. But in the overtime, we kind of stagnated, stalled out a little bit with our movement, and it wasn't there like it was for the other 40 minutes of the game, which allowed us to stay in it. So that's something to watch. When I was on offense, is the ball moving? Is the ball popping? Like, you need the ball kind of popping side to side and not just getting stuck in one location. So,
yeah, I think they're going to get on a run. Like, one of these teams are going to go on a run. We just have to remember that it's a long game. I get a little worried about them going on a little bit of a run early on because we tend to do that. I think about the Ohio State game, but then we came back and dominated them when we played them at home. It was at home. I just get a little worried about that because they can kind of put it on. And if Sanford's hot, we just need to make him uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. If we can do that, because Vanderbilt kind of let him score. And then their first game too, same thing. They just kind of let him do what he wanted to do. We just can't allow that.
Yeah. And we did an awesome job with that the first time. Specifically Sturts.
Yeah.
And I think we could obviously see a pretty similar game plan this time. That second time, I mean, I don't really think that I gotta look and see what Price had for points the last time we played. I'm looking at it right now, I swear. Maybe not. I'm getting the advanced stats, but give me 1 second. He had 15.
15.
Yeah, he had 15 the second time and 11 the first time. He took 13 shots the second time to get 15 points. So Hoiberg had 15, Mast had 14. Cale Jacobson had 15, and that guy was actually the one who really killed us in the overtime, actually.
Yeah.
And
I mean, they have a lot of guys, right? Like Frager, Jacobson,
and they don't want to go beyond that. That's kind of their two guys off the bench, and they don't really go beyond that. So, like, it's Lawrence, Hoiberg, Sanford, Mast, Buchanan, Gel, Jacobson, Frager. And Frager's the guy who was kind of the hero against Vanderbilt for Nebraska. So he's someone to be aware of. And that's their thing on offense too, is they really space you out and they want to shoot quite a few threes and almost live and die by that. Almost. Like if they're not particularly hot from three, they're going to have a tough night offensively. And more often than not, going to lose.
Yeah. And that's the type of teams, one, that either get knocked out early or make deep runs, I feel like. You find out it's not your night, and then you got to change up everything that you've been doing all season. It's kind of difficult to do that, especially against an Iowa team. So my hope is they come out, one, our defense is on fire, turn them over early, get ahead, keep the lead, move on, wipe our hands of Nebraska again, and take on what I think is most likely going to be Houston in Houston. If we see Illinois, that would be another crazy rematch. I mean, not looking ahead too much, just thinking. But what a game! This is going to be awesome. I'm going to have it absolutely blasting as loud as I possibly can in my basement here, and just enjoy every moment of it. A Sweet 16 doesn't come very often. Everyone's striving to get themselves at least to this point, unless you're the Blue Bloods, I guess. I mean, obviously, we want to get to the national championship. We want to win the national championship, but when you're a program that's just kind of starting to get its legs back, this is where you want to be and have a chance to get to that national championship and keep making a run. So I'm excited.
Me too. Well put. Prediction time. First and foremost, I think the pressure is on Nebraska in this game. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of pressure for Iowa too, because it's the Sweet 16, right? But pressure all on Nebraska because they've clearly never been this far before. Fred Hoiberg has been this far before, but it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And just in general, Nebraska athletics is desperate to beat Iowa athletics in something that has substance because they haven't done it for the better part of a decade. They're desperate, right? So it's tough for them, right? Like this is going to be very difficult for Nebraska.
Yeah. What's the line? The line is 1.5, right? Nebraska's favorite by 1.5.
Teetering on 1.5, 2.5. Nebraska favored. So technically, like Iowa's a slight underdog.
What's the over under?
Great question, buddy. 131.5, which, sounds very much like an Iowa game.
Yep.
And if we hadn't really gone to that overtime, I mean, we would barely have been above that in Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
We hadn't gone to the overtime.
Yeah.
So, in March Madness, in this kind of a tournament, everything slows down too, and the scoring slows down tremendously. So, I think all these things kind of play advantage Iowa. And like we've talked about Sturtz. I think this is kind of his moment too, to really. Sam Hoiberg's a good defender, and they're going to try to put Sam Hoiberg on Sturtz as much as they can. But I think we're going to see a similar offensive game plan to the first time where Sturtz was able to really hunt guys like Price Sanford and Cale Jacobson and Braden Frager. He was able to hunt those guys, get switched and matched onto them one-on-one, and just go to work. And I think we're going to see a pretty similar game plan where Hoiberg's not going to be spending a lot of time on Sturtz on defense because of the offense that we're going to run. So I'm going to take Iowa to win, and I think it's going to be something like 68-62.
Okay.
Iowa.
I like it. I like the Hawkeyes too. 64-60, 65-62. Let's do 65-62.
Okay.
I like that. So we're right around 120. Let's do 66-63. So right around that over under mark. Vegas never lies. So they're going to be right there, I'm sure, unless we get to an overtime again. But I think they're on the wrong team. I think they're on the team that's seated higher, is why I think that. And from what I've heard, at least, more of the money is on Nebraska as of right now, in the 60s, I believe, 60 percentile, some 68% or something from what I heard. So I like it. The money's on Nebraska. Keep it there. That's what we'd like to see. Vegas has had a rough tournament so far. Gives me a little bit more ease going into tomorrow night, knowing that Vegas doesn't want to lose.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know why that shouldn't make my nerves any better, but it kind of does in a little bit, but
yeah. I just real quick was looking up Nebraska and their losses. I mean, this is another thing to watch, but in their losses this year, I think they're shooting probably 30% or under from 3
Okay.
every time. So if they're right around that 31% mark, that's not a winning form. If you combine that with probably going to get out rebounded, and then who knows on the turnover battle.
Yeah.
Just from a team stats wise, it's just, is Nebraska shooting the 3 well? If that's a no, if they're getting out rebounded, and if the turnovers are either in Iowa's favor or wash, Nebraska needs 2 of those 3 things to go right to win.
Is it the race to 62? Is that what the law of 62, or am I making this up in my head?
I mean, I only know of the race to 69, but you tell 69.
Me it's no, maybe
you're telling me it's different for postseason.
Yeah,
because not all these games hit the 69-point mark.
Right. And Iowa games don't very often. So
yeah. But yeah, that's another mark to hit. But I'm just looking at it from a team perspective. Yeah. I think those are the stats you're going to have to look at from an overall team perspective. So, all right. With that being said, we are going to take a little bit of a break here, and then we'll come back and wrap it up.
Buying or selling a home is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make. That's why choosing the right real estate team matters. The Jenny Farrell team with RE/MAX Concepts has been helping families across the Des Moines metro find the right home since 1998. Born and raised right here in the community, Jenny understands the neighborhoods, the market, and what truly makes a house feel like home. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading your space, or preparing to sell, the Jenny Farrell team provides expert guidance every step of the way, from market analysis and listings to negotiations and closing. Their consultative approach means you'll feel confident, informed, and supported throughout the entire process. Jenny Farrell Team, RE/MAX Concepts. Call or text 515-779-7500. Visit jenniferfarrell.remax.com. Experience you can trust. Results you can move into.
Right here in Iowa, we don't mess around when it comes to food. Creasman Foods is raising the bar on frozen pizza. Bold sauce, loaded toppings, and crust that actually holds up when you grab that second slice. This isn't just another box in the freezer aisle. This is Iowa-made pizza, built on real food service experience and brought straight to your local grocery store. You can find Creasman Foods at Hy-Vee, Fairway, and other local retailers across the state. And if you don't see it, ask for it by name. Because if you're already buying frozen pizza, you might as well buy one that brings serious flavor to the table. Creasman Foods, Iowa-made. Big flavor, no shortcuts. In the heart of Des Moines, one name has stood above the rest: Iowa Beef Steakhouse. Step inside, and you enter a place where tradition still matters, where the atmosphere feels familiar, warm, and unmistakably Iowa. Service isn't rushed. It's personal, attentive, and rooted in genuine care. And before the main event, the freshest start in the city, our signature salad bar, crafted every single day. Then comes the reason people have returned for generations: Iowa beef, hand-seasoned with pride. Guided by flame, forged by heat. This is where flavor becomes legend. Served with the same care it was crafted with. A meal meant to be remembered. And whether the night calls for bold, smooth, or something in between, our bar offers a selection as rich as our history, including the old-fashioned we've become known for: balanced, timeless, unforgettable. And long after the fire cools, the glow of this place stays with you. Iowa Beef Steakhouse, 1201 East Euclid Avenue, Des Moines, Iowa, where Iowa comes for steak done right.
Whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing your home, or if it's simply time to renovate the one you're already living in, you need an experienced mortgage professional to help you analyze your financing options and to make sure the closing goes smoothly. And that's exactly what you get when you call Kyle Lehman at Wintrust Mortgage. Kyle's experience and expertise, coupled with Wintrust's rates and programs, ensures you'll get the mortgage that's right for you. You may even qualify for down payment assistance. Before you reach out to a realtor, call Kyle and get pre-qualified, empowering you to start shopping for the home of your dreams. Call Kyle at 515-473-0546. Kyle Lehman Wintrust Mortgage, 515-473-0546.
When you walk into Coach's Kolaches, you might be a little overwhelmed by all the great choices, but do not be overwhelmed by how to say it.
What's a colache?
Oh, cola cheese? Colache?
Kolaches?
Kolache?
Like the shoes? No, that can't be right.
It's kolache, but it don't matter what you call it, as long as you call it good.
Start your morning the Coach's Kolaches way. Every single batch is made fresh at sunrise by Coach himself. You can taste the care in every bite. Craving something savory? Go with that branded Texas flavor. Warm, hearty, and packed with down-home goodness. Or maybe you're craving the sweeter life. Then you've got to try the fruit-filled kolaches or those soft, fresh cinnamon rolls that practically melt in your mouth. Got that game day fever? We got just what you need at that tailgate.
How's it going, man?
Good.
Tailgating this weekend.
Yeah, what can I get
Big
you?
one. Give me a dozen jalapeno sausages and 6 each of the sausage and bacon.
And listen, we all know how good these are, so you better get more than you think. So run, don't walk to Coach's Kolaches, 2777 100th Street in Urbandale, or call ahead for big orders at 515-802-6200.
All right, welcome back, and thanks to all of our sponsors. Man, they just keep growing. Maybe we'll be raking in the NIL money soon. Who knows? But probably not. All right. Well, I don't want to just end this podcast on a sour note. We'll try to do our best. We'll try to provide some optimism, but it's hard after losing at home to Virginia in devastating fashion. And you want to talk about free throws?
Yeah.
AJ, that was 100% the Achilles heel, especially for a Chit Chat Right.
Yeah.
It's been so awesome all year to go 2 for 4 at the end of the first overtime, which, granted, shouldn't even be in this scenario, probably. But getting a flagrant foul called on Virginia and then getting the ball back and getting fouled again and going 2 for 4, and then allowing Virginia to make a bucket, which forces a double overtime, and then losing in double overtime, that's a tough blow.
Yeah.
So it's hard to stomach.
No, I was going to say, I think the end of regulation, Chit Chat threw up a 3 at the end of I believe it was the first, or just regular.
Regular
regulation.
time.
Yeah. And I think you have to pass that down to Hayden. I think Hayden said something to her too, right? I think there's a couple players that said something to her, like, just get the ball down low. I mean, to me, she wasn't utilized enough late in the game and then into overtime. And then in double overtime, obviously she fouled out. And then at that point, you start to worry completely about all the rest of the game there. And that's when it went downhill. But yeah, that there was multiple opportunities. That one at the end of regulation, and then at the end of the first overtime, I thought, oh shit, we're gonna get 2 Iowa game winners. Like, that was my thought.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is a perfect weekend for Iowa basketball. But yeah, just I heard something this morning on KXNO, and they said Chit Chat took 22 shots. Now, I didn't confirm that, but I am right now. She went 8 for 22. That's not really her game. That's not that has to be the season high. Hands down. I guess I can look back, but I mean that's way too many shots for her. Hayden took 22. That's a little different. She went 11 for 22 down low, but I mean Stolke gave her all, and you saw it out of her. I mean, what a performance, really. 19 rebounds. She was dominant. It was just really tough to watch. A game that, 1 more 3, Feuerbach, 1 for 7. She just had a really, really bad performance, I think. Addie Deal, she had playing time at the end of the game. I mean, she went 0 for 3, but
Strebmo 1 for 10 from 3.
Yeah, 1 for 10. Yeah, just shooting the ball from 3. I mean, that kills you. Yeah, tough game to watch because it was like, oh, they had it. I mean, they did, and they are the better team. I think that wasn't really a question. With all the fans, all the support, difficult game to watch, really.
Yeah, and not to harp on this too much, but women's basketball officiating just continues to be the worst officiating at any level of any sport.
100%.
It doesn't matter the level of women's basketball we're talking about. It's bad. It sucks from top to bottom.
The reviews were mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's just maybe not a lot of qualified people want to do that job or something. I'm not sure what the fix is either. It's just it contributes to a bad product sometimes.
Yeah.
So not saying that's the reason Iowa lost. I think you can turn on a women's basketball game, basically any women's basketball game, and come away with that as a takeaway.
Yeah. For me, it was the reviews. It just stopped all momentum either team had in multiple situations. Those reviews were crazy.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe there's a difference between men's and women's, which in regards to the review of the unconfirmed, I believe is what they called those flagrants. They didn't call them flagrants. They called them unconfirmed fouls, I believe is what they call them. Both of them, to me, I didn't see anything malicious or any intent behind them, really. But I mean, you called them on both sides, so I was at least happy they called it back, on Virginia, on the elbow to Stolke's neck. But then again, I think that might have been a little bit of an acting job, a little bit, and it worked. But yeah, you got to hit those free throws late. I think Chit Chat just ran out of gas a little bit, had some opportunities. You can circle a number of things here in this game. As you watched it, you kind of go, oh, God, okay, well.
Or if you just shoot anywhere close to your season average from 3, you win pretty easily, pretty comfortably.
Yeah.
We
took 21 more shots than Virginia did and lost the game.
Yeah, see, we're winning the possessions, we're winning the right things, and just sometimes the ball's not going through the hoop. Like, that's literally all it is. So the only silver lining that you can kind of take away is, like we've talked about before, a lot of young players on the squad that'll be back next year.
Yeah.
I mean, you lose Stolke and Feuerbach. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it for the most part. And it's transfer portal season in women's basketball. Like we talked about, Iowa State's entire team is gone. Maybe even Audie Crooks.
Yeah.
Sounds like she's on the fence too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which would leave their roster basically empty. So
yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. You look at this team and they got experience now in the NCAA tournament. They played really well against top Big Ten opponents. other than UCLA, you could say. Yeah, I think this team is destined to be, good again next season. Obviously, we know that. What pieces do we need to fill? Obviously, Stolke. We need to find another defender, a non-ball defender like Feuerbach. I think she's hands down probably the best defender. I don't think that's a question. She struggled from shooting though, especially later in the year. So
I think you got kind of your Stolke replacement maybe coming in with McKenna Vlitsko. I think you can probably plug and play her from day one. But if you don't want to do that, then yeah, you can go after the portal pretty hard. And there could be some Iowa women's basketball players who hit the portal, right?
Yeah.
That's just a reality. I won't speculate, but I think there's some names that'll happen there. And but I think you're going to bring back the core, right? You're going to bring back Chit Chat, Stremlo, Hayden, Houston, Hayes, Deal. That's probably the core that you're going to bring back with Let's Go added to that. And then you'll see kind of what you have to go after in the portal. But I think, and these types are rare, but you need a Lucy Olson type guard to go with Stremlo and Chit Chat on that perimeter. I would like a defensive guard, but I would much rather have an offensive guard like a Lucy Olson come to Iowa to pair with Chit Chat and Stremlo. Someone else who can create. I think that's what this team was actually missing, was just another creator in the guard spot. And if you can find that, then I think you're really in business. So that would be my wish list.
And it wasn't like I said, it wasn't it wasn't a bad season. It doesn't end, and it's just it leaves a sour taste in your mouth, but the women outperformed what most people thought. They got the 2 seed in the Big Ten, finished second. You get your 2 home court, or your home court there in the NCAA tournament. You just didn't pull that off, but you look at the team and you go, overall it was a great season. Just kind of tough ending to the season, because this team should have at least made it to the Sweet 16. But you look at it and you go, no, all these wins you start to circle. You beat Michigan twice. You beat Ohio State. You played Minnesota tough, who ended up being pretty solid squad there, Minnesota, this year. So, yeah, you chalk it up as a win of a season. Tough to see Hannah go out like that. She's beloved Hawkeye, so it's tough to see that. But
yeah. I'm with you. Maybe we didn't go as far as we wanted in the NCAA tournament, but it's hard to call it a failure. It's just a tough ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think there's some fair criticism of Jan Jensen, and she would probably tell you that herself, of maybe some things schematically or things that she could have done different too. And we'll see. But I do think that next year will be good, because the talent will be upgraded, which sounds crazy to say, but I think the talent will be upgraded. Because we do commit plenty of resources to women's basketball. Also, I was really trying to stir the pot after it too, because I said Iowa's a men's basketball school now. I was really trying to steer the pot
No.
on X, but that's me, just trying to drum things up, just trying to get things going. But yeah, we make one Sweet 16 and we're a men's basketball school now. But maybe, I mean, with Ben McCollum at the helm, you never know. We could become a powerhouse.
We need to sell some games out first before I can make that commitment.
Guess what? I don't think that's going to be a problem next season.
I don't think so either. I don't think so.
Not going to be a problem. I think Carver's. We talked about how we need Carver rocking at times this year, and we got it, and maybe at that Michigan game.
Yeah,
but I think now it's if you're not all in now, I don't know when you're ever going to be all in.
100%.
So you'll just never be all in on men's basketball if you aren't right now.
Yeah.
And that could grow. So not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but yeah, I'm with you. Houston, potential, probably the opponent that we're going to play. But either one, I love it. Again, we got to win first on Thursday night. I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but if we win there, as crazy it sounds, I like our chances in either of those scenarios. Kind of. I know Houston's been decimating teams. Houston's really good.
Yeah,
but they play a style similar to Iowa, where they slow it down and grind it out. And we're comfortable with that. And they're
very athletic, though.
They are very athletic with it, but they slow it down and grind it out too, which I think in some ways keeps some inferior teams in the games with Houston.
Yeah.
And can allow you to sneak one.
I would like to see Houston rather than Illinois, in my opinion. I like Illinois a lot. I think they're scary in a lot of aspects of the game. They can really change it up. They can drive. They can shoot the three. They have big men down low.
Yep. They kind of hit Iowa in their weak points more so than what I think Houston does. Because no disrespect to JoJo Tugler and Chris Sinak, those guys are maybe undersized bigs. They're not 7-footers running around out there, but they're very athletic. Not the most skilled, but rough, tough, physical.
Mm-hmm.
But we can match kind of with that more so than the Illinois skilled finesse, shoot the three bigs that Illinois throws out there. I think that's a bad matchup for us.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But it's almost not a bad matchup because, again, we played them before. We kind of know what they got.
Yeah.
So either way, it's feeling. I mean, you're feeling good because you made it this far, but
yeah,
you make it to Saturday, man, you're feeling great. You're feeling great. So let's just do it. Let's just get to Saturday so we can play for a Final Four. And I'll tell you what, if we win Thursday and Saturday, I think we're coming back on Thursday and Saturday for more Hawks Eye View. You're gonna get 4 podcasts in like a week from us if we win on Thursday night and or Saturday, especially if we win Saturday. I feel like we got to get on here.
Yeah, for sure. Saturday.
That means going to the Final Four.
Yeah.
So I don't want to dream too big, but that's what's on the line.
Where's the Final Four at? I'm just
Indy.
Is it Indy? Oh,
Indy.
Interesting. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, man. Also, beating Houston would be fun from the aspect, I think I've said this before, of eliminating another team that was in the title game last year, and also doing it to a team that's in their home state, in their home city.
Yeah.
Right. Just like Florida was when they were in Tampa. Right in their home state. So if we play Houston in Houston, I mean, that arena is going to be, 95% Houston fans.
Yeah.
So it's a road game. It's a road game.
I'm looking at what was it, 3 years ago? NC State. Is it DJ Burns? Is that?
Yeah.
I'm looking at that team. I know they were, a double-digit seed, but it's possible to still go on runs here, and it's possible. Yeah, I'm just excited for this matchup to at least get there. I feel way more hopeful looking at that matchup than if we were to play even just Vanderbilt, to be quite honest with you. So let's do this, Barber. I'm excited. Hawks in the Sweet 16 right here.
Let's go to the...
I got to finish out my bracket. I got to put up the rest of my logos tomorrow, but that one right there is the one that matters the most right there.
Yeah, let's do it. And let's just get ready to advance that logo a couple more times. Let's do it.
I'll have it printed out as I have this whole bracket. The whole bracket, I've had Iowa printed out the day of, and the day of. So let's do it.
Let's go. Let's do it. All right. Tomorrow night, 6:30, lock in. It's going to be a long day tomorrow at work. If you're at work, it's going to be a long one. Just every minute's going to drag on. So be prepared. But, all right. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you listening, tuning into another episode of the Hawks Eye View. Andrew Barber and AJ Hawksby with you here. And we hope to be back tomorrow night for a little bit to celebrate with you all. Have a great night. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Go Hawks.
Talking football, talking hoops, every sport in between. IOWA, yeah, you know what I mean. From a Hawks Eye View, see the whole state rise. With a heart so strong and fire in our eyes. On the field, on the court, in the stands we shine. The best in the game, yeah, the state is mine.